What a fun way to punch up the playroom wall. The foundation of this art project starts with math that anyone can do. Corryn Skidmore is the creator of this mural depicting Small World at Disneyland. Corryn, it's great to be chatting with you. How are you?
I'm so good.
I'm smiling because my family makes fun of me every time we visit Disneyland Park because Small World is my all-time favorite ride. Like, I love it. It's the happiest place.
It is.
Right? So why this
Yes.
image for you and why this project?
Okay, so we had just finished our basement and I knew I wanted something fun in our playroom. And I'm a huge Disney fan. So I started looking on Pinterest and I found one of It's a Small World and I just knew I had to do it. I was like, that's it. I love the colors, the shapes. It just really spoke to me.
Oh my goodness, the outcome is so happy. It's so bright. So describe and tell so we can see all of the details through your eyes.
Okay, so I started with finding an outline of It's a Small World online, and then I put it on my iPad just on top of a grid, and I started coloring in the colors that I wanted, so I had an idea of what I was doing.
Uh-huh.
And then I went to the wall, which was a little intimidating, but I did it. And I made a giant grid with very light pencil. I just did 7-inch squares all over the wall.
Uh-huh.
And then from there, I started drawing out the shapes with a level, so they were, precise and
I was
looked
going to
good.
ask, did you use a projector or just a level?
I didn't. Yeah, I just used a level and a grid.
And then you filled in, used the painter's tape to kind of mark those.
Yes.
And they are basic geometric shapes, right? I say that like it's so easy. I have no doubt this was kind of a maddening process as you tried to fit the circle into the triangle, but it is made up of basic shapes. I hadn't stopped to consider that.
Yes, and that definitely made it easier. I turned most of the circles into triangles because I was like, that'll be easier.
Yeah.
And then, I just used painter's tape and I did one color at a time. So I painted, blue first and then undid that tape. And then I did like pink next and then just kept going until it was done.
Okay, now the clock, we see it right over your cute shoulder. The clock is the finishing touch. Tell me about that.
Okay, so I found it on Etsy and it is 3D printed, but the gold behind it, I was like, we need something else. So the gold behind it is actually just a wooden circle that I painted gold and glued to the back. So
you glittered it too, right? Tell me there's glitter.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I mean, the more glitter, the better. And how did you adhere that to the wall?
So it actually has a hook on the back. So I just nailed it on. Yeah.
And how much was the clock? Can I ask? That's a very realistic interpretation of the Small World clock.
Right. I know. I knew I needed it. So it was around, I think it was around 50.
Okay. But what a showpiece.
It's the finishing touch. Yeah. Right.
All right. Who loves it more, you or your kids?
I don't know. All of our kids keep telling their friends, like, we have It's a Small World in our house.
I love it. I'm going to show this to my husband. He's going to be like, oh my gosh, I should have seen this coming. It's adorable. How can we see more pictures online and maybe check out other projects that you work on?
Yeah, so our Instagram is vista.sistas.
Okay.
And we're just going to have lots of projects on there. A lot of them will be Disney.
Cute.
But just crafts and DIY projects that we do in our houses.
Vistas.sistas. Are you doing it with your sisters?
Yes, I am.
Perfect. Well, then that name makes all the more sense. Well, great job from one Disney mom to the next. I salute you. It's really happy. It's really playful. Well done.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.